We've got Obsidian, we've got Labradorite, we've got the Sharp Edge set Disintegrate, and finally, we've got Carl. Now, which one do you guys think is the real Mimic? I've got my sets here that I ordered. I pulled off the plastic because that's really annoying on film to hear that crinkle. So let's start diving into them. Let's start with the exclusive Kickstarter set, Carl. All the Mimic sets come in these nice, really sturdy cardboard boxes. They've got this magnetic closure on the front. You can see a lot of them actually have a color custom design. This one's got even like a color custom tongue here. So let's dive in. This is Carl. Okay, so they were giving it some bonus poison damage dice that came with it. And then here's, we got a card, actually how to use it in the game. That's pretty cool. Here's the actual name of the set. There we go, Mimic dice. And here's the actual dice. Let's pull them out and check them out. Carl is an 11 die set, so here we go. A lot of dice to roll. And let's do our little bonus poison there. Now the cool thing is those poison dice are actually glow in the dark. It's kind of hard to show you here, so I'm not going to do it, but trust me, they glow in the dark. All right, so we got an 11 die set here. The cool thing they did, and kind of the funny joke, is that they put the custom Mimic symbol on the low value, the 1. Now, it's not on all the dice. You can see the D percentile here doesn't have it, but the D20s, they've got it. The D8, there it is. The D6s, this comes across really cool on those. They even got it on the D10 there. And of course, the D12. The D4 couldn't put it, couldn't fit it in there. Not surprised. So most of the dice here, you're actually going to have that custom symbol on the 1 value or the low value. So I really like this set. I think it's cool. It's nice as a bonus. Obviously, it's, completely free 11 die set. Now they did this like really interesting mix. It's the greens with like these sparkles in there. And then there's browns and silvers, kind of like a little bit of a bronze. The D6s here really show that off nicely. But it's a very interesting die set. I really like the greens. I think that stands out really nicely, especially with a little bit of sparkles in there. The white lettering is done very well. That stands out very nicely in all the colors. So they did a really good color comp. Here you can see like on some of the darker colors, yeah, it really stands out nicely. And even on those bright white, like greens, that bright white really sticks out. So overall, very cool set, especially completely free as being a backer in the Kickstarter. The poison dice, those are kind of very basic D8s here, nothing special. The numbering is pretty basic. They glow in the dark, so that's kind of a fun thing. You can see even here in the light, they've got a little bit of glow to them just because I've got some sunlight going in the room. So yeah, that's Carl. Now we move to one of their signature resin sets. This is an 11 die set. This is Disintegrate. I'm excited for this one, folks. All right, let's get to the table. Let's get rolling. Woo! All right, so this is Disintegrate 11 die Sharp Edge resin set. You can see it's composed of this like translucent, really dark gray or black, and then it's got that mylar film bundled up in there. Gives her some really nice like blue-green sparkles in that darker color. I really liked it. There was something about this set that just kind of called out to me. It's hard to, there we go. Now we got some shine. Just that hidden like shine in the depths. I think that's really cool. I'd love to see what you guys think of this, especially like what kind of character concepts you like. I'm thinking like a warlock, or maybe somebody with kind of a dark past, maybe trying to turn themselves around. But again, this is a signature 11 set from them. So they've done the Mimic symbol on all the 1 values. You can see there's the D20. Again, the percentile and the D4 do not have that symbol, just for whatever reason. But they went with a truncated style on the D4. So that's kind of interesting that they do that on the signature series as well. All right, here's the D6. You can see the Mimic side there. The D10. It's got the Mimic right there on the low value. The D8. That's the low value again. So I really like the white, bold kind of inking they've done on this. Again, I haven't, just looking at these real quick here in this unboxing, I don't see any issues. These dice, they're bright, vibrant. It stands out very nicely. I like easy to read dice. I think it makes it just a more enjoyable experience for everybody at the table because they can see what you're rolling quickly. Nobody has to like peer over and try and figure out what's going on. And yeah, I hope that shine's coming through here on the dice. I'm trying to hold them up a little bit closer and move them around. But yeah, like the way that mylar film just comes out in that dark, translucent background, really cool, really neat effect. So that's Disintegrate, signature 11 die set. All right, folks, we're moving on to some gemstone dice now. This is a Labradorite set. I couldn't pass this up, especially at the prices they were offering. Labradorite could be really hit or miss on their dice, so I'm really excited to see what goes on here. So let's get them to the table. Let's get rolling. There is something about the nice, like weighty, cool feel of gemstone dice in your hand. Man, can't beat it. All right. So this is Labradorite. I'm really excited to see what happens with these. A sparkle, like that's the biggest thing is that shine that these dice can have. Man, if that works, it shines just beautifully in the sunlight. So far, I'm not seeing too much. Ooh, maybe a little bit here. We're kind of discovering this together, folks. Here, this is my first look. Ooh, there I saw a little bit of that blue shine on there. I'm gonna say though that the that gold inking I think is a good choice. Ooh, there, look at that shine. It's on the one. Okay, thanks, Mimic. But ooh, yeah, we're getting some more here on the other sides. Yeah, that gold that works nicely because a lot of labradorite is kind of this darker coloration, but even when you get that blue shine, blue and gold just they go together so nicely. Ooh, there's again on the one. Did they do that on purpose here? Oh, Mimic, thanks. Yeah, here's the D4. Nice sharp edges on all these. God, they're pointy. All right, there's the D10. Ooh, 0. Well, that one's kind of up into interpretation whether that's high or low. It depends on how you want to roll the one. Okay, I think they're doing it on purpose now. That's a lot of the dice here. Let me check that. Where's the D20? I gotta see if that one. Okay, maybe not that one. Ooh, there we go. A little bit. Ooh, on the 12 there. Nice. Yeah. So without really like playing with these a lot, I'm not too sure on the shine. It looks a little low on this, but I've got other Labradorite sets that's kind of really hit or miss. You really want to kind of look at these in person. Buying blind on the internet, like you just don't know what kind of shine you're going to get in the stone, and it really is dependent on the cut. This is like one that really you got to get lucky with to get really good values here. So, but overall, like just holding these dice right now in my hands, feel really good. They're really nice size actually. They've got a good weight to them. Like I said, gemstone dice are just kind of cool naturally, so they just feel really nice in the hand. Like I said, the inking is done well. The gold I think is a smart choice for this set. It stands out nicely. You can see all the numbers there, and yeah, a lot of sharp edges. Without really diving into these, I'm not seeing any issues really. Like you see, just kind of the way natural stone works, that it's not like the cleanest on everything, but even here you can kind of see that there's a little bit of roughness there, but nothing too bad here. Like all the faces are nice and polished well, like nice and shiny. So looks like good clean lines. Every once in a while there's a little bit of roughness there on an edge, but that's going to happen with gemstone dice, especially if you're rolling them together. Ooh, okay, that's a bigger little chunk there on the side. Not too happy about that, but that's going to happen. That gemstone dice, roll them in a padded die tray and roll them individually. Like you don't really want these guys clanking around, especially if you really like them. So that's a Labradorite set. Let's keep going. Last but not least is Obsidian. Ooh, I like the all black kind of artwork they've done on this box. So let's get into these bad boys and let's see how they roll. Wow, that Obsidian has a really nice heft to it. That feels really good. These almost feel like metal dice, like solid metal dice in the hand. These are chunky, heavy guys. All right, let's start taking a look at these. So these have a silver numbering on them, the inking. Again, it looks really good. Just the first cut there stands out really nicely. I think that's kind of a smart choice. Almost gives it like a fancy tuxedo feel to it. So I think that's really cool. A smart choice. Normally you might see like a white, but I think the silver is actually a pretty smart play on that. That gives you a little bit of something different there. Wow, these dice, like there's obsidian. That feels good in the hand. It's got this really smooth texture to it. Nice weight. Man, I gotta get some more obsidian dice. These are cool. I really like these. These are feeling really good. So, whoa. Oh my God. Do you guys see that chunk? Okay, obsidian is very brittle. Like you normally get like arrowheads and stuff from that. I'm gonna have to reach out to them. I really hope they can fix this because yeah, look at that top. Oh my gosh, that's a shame. Wow. Now I don't see any chips in my die tray, so I think that happened in shipping. I'm gonna have to reach out to them and see what they can say about that. Dang. Okay, I gotta check all the dice real quick. Like, yeah, I'm not seeing any other problems. So yeah, I was saying with the Labradorites, like roll them individually so they don't get damaged because they clink together, and these are fragile dice and expensive. That's the reason right there. You can see that, especially like some of the materials like obsidian, where it's a lot more brittle, easy kind of to like flint off there. that is a shame. Wow. Okay. The rest of the set, beautiful. I love these. I'm definitely going to buy more Obsidian dice. Especially if I find them at a good price here, because these are gorgeous. Really like that silver inking on them. Everything is clean. Just, man, that D4, I don't know if that must have happened in the shipping, like, which is surprising because these things look like these padded trays. Ooh, is that? I hear something shaking around in here, folks. Oh, yeah, there it is. That's the chip. Oh my gosh. Ugh, I can't even pick that up. Yeah. Oh, dang. That must have happened in shipping. All right. That's the only, that's the big problem I've run into so far with this whole Kickstarter. But super happy with the rest of the dice. Man. I also got this free gift of this like faux leather dice tray with the mimic symbol on here. So it's time for some bonus rolling, folks. First up, Obsidian minus the D4, because I do not want that thing to be damaged any more than it is. So I'm going to be kind of gentle with these things. Need some work. Labradorite. Gosh, not doing well on those D20s. All right, let's see how the signature resin set of Disintegrate does. And you can't even see everything on the screen because this is a really big dice tray, but there's the rolls. Wow, not doing too great. And finally, the Mimic die set, Carl. Okay, well, hey, it actually rolled. Oh, I knocked some of these. That was the best one, and I knocked them. Oh. What are you going to do? And the poison die damage. Not too bad.